It'll be difficult.
Yes, sir.
So please complete assignments in the same day. Okay. Yeah. So tell me, Sharath, what is constructor? Sharath, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What is constructor?
Constructor is the one type of method. It will not return to anything. Constructor name is same like class name. It is used to set the default values into class variables and create instance objects. And when we will create the object, that time it will execute.
Yes,
Constructor
correct.
syntax is access modifier and constructor, uh, open and close parentheses and curly braces.
Correct. Yeah. So, Subrati, what is the difference between with parameter and without parameter constructor?
Hello, sir.
Yeah. How many types of constructors we have, Subrati?
Sir?
How
There
many
are
types of constructors we have?
There are two, sir. Two types, sir. Without construct parameters and with construct parameters.
Okay.
We can we can use public public class public my class like open brackets and can use for brackets and with parameters public my class and for brackets we can use we can enter the like open brackets.
Yeah. Okay. What is the difference between private and public keyword, Kalyani madam?
Private access modifier can you can add nothing. It's like a default one, so that we don't use it. This is with you can use it in the class only. And protected is we can access the same. It is in same class or it in the child class.
Okay.
But and public we can use throughout our organization.
What about global?
Global is for that web services for integration. So to connect two systems.
Correct. Okay. Yep. So yesterday we have created like a private and a public keywords. Now we'll discuss protected keyword. So as discussed, right, we can access in same class or it's a child class. Okay, this one, right? So for example, we can create one class. What is any existing class we can take now? Okay. Okay, so for example, this is customer. Okay, I'll create one more class called bank example. Okay. For example, assume sir, so protected keyword, either anything, either it is for variable, method, anything. If you want to use that protected variables or methods, how we can use it? You can use in the same class or it's a child classes. That's the fine thing. Okay. So for example, assume this is like a parent class. Okay, sir. So what I can do is I can create one variable called something bank name example. So tell me how we can create variable?
Public class.
Syntax.
Access modifier plus.
What is the variable name I want to create? I want to create like a bank name. I want to store bank name.
String.
String.
Bank
name.
Bank name, sir.
Bank name. That's it. Okay. Example, you can take this one. I can give some default value example here. Otherwise, we can just give it like this. Okay. This is a bank name. Okay. So not public. I want to use a protected keyword. Protected. Okay. So here I can just create one simple method called public void display bank info. Okay, sir. So example, just you can print something here. System dot debug bank information. Okay. So I can just display that name, bank name here. Okay. Okay. For example, I can use this is also protected. You can see I will use a protected variable protected method. So as discussed, can we use this variable in the same class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
New protected methods cannot be defined in non-virtual class. Okay. We'll take example public class virtual. Okay. So generally, what the virtual classes is generally assume, sir, if you are like something called two classes, one is parent class and child class. Okay. So in case if you want to access parent class information in the child class, so then in Apex class, what we can do is that parent class should use a like a virtual keyword. Then only we can access these parameters methods in the child class. Okay. So that's why I'm using a virtual keyword. Now this is nothing but a parent class. Okay, I can use this class variables and methods in the child class example I want to access. Okay. So now we can see, just click save. Okay. For example, I want to create a child class for this one. What I can do is already customer you can take. Okay. So how we can use this parent class properties to this child class is, so normally what we can do is we can use the extends keyword in the class. Okay, I'll tell you what is in detail about parent and child class in the next topic. Just time being, what we can do is, so if you want, this is a parent class, this is a child class. Okay, so now in case if you want to use child class, that parent class properties or methods in your child class, what you have to use, we have to use the extends keyword. Okay, we have to use the extends keyword. Which class you want to use here?
Child class.
Parent class.
Bank class. So that's why I'm using an extends bank. So means, so bank class properties and methods is available for now. This child. Understand? Okay, like this. So now we'll try to access that variable, sir. Okay. For example, what I can do, I can create a one system.debug. What's the variable name? Bank name, right? Okay. So why it is saying, sir, bank name is not declared in the child class, right? We don't have bank name in the customer class, right? Why it is accessible?
Through extend keyword.
Hmm. We don't have any bank name variable here. But how we are getting here? How it is saving without that also?
Because of the extend keyword used from parent
Correct.
class.
So extends bank means now bank is the parent class. Which one is child class here? Customer.
Customer.
So now customer can access all the properties and methods from the which class? Bank class. So that's why you are able to access this property. Not only this property, even if you want to access the method also you can access. We'll see now. I'll call that method directly here. How we can call the method? Because in the same class, right? In child class, directly you can call the method name. See, any errors are coming now? No. So now we can execute this class. So how we can test this class? How I want to call this method now? How we can call this method to test this functionality? Create object. New customer. How we can call this method, sir? Display info method. Can we call? Or it will throw error message?
We can call.
We can call, madam. Check once method name clearly. Check once this method name clearly and tell me. Can we call this method outside the class or not? For this method, what is the keyword we have, madam, here?
No,
Access
void.
method.
Sir.
We can
What is the,
wait.
Private.
We
What is
can't.
what is the return type here? No, sorry, not return type. What is the access
Blank.
method we have?
Private.
Default. So
Default.
private.
So default is what, madam? Private. So private
Private.
variables or methods can we access outside the class?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No.
No. So what will happen if I execute this method? This object now? It will execute or to throw error message.
We'll
Error
get
What is
message.
the what is the error message you will get? Sorry, madam. Error message. What is the error message you will get now?
No
So this
method.
method is not exist. Something like that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So method is not visible. Understand, madam?
Mm-hmm.
Why it is not visible? Because that is a private method. Understand, madam? So if I want to access outside this method outside the class also, what I have to do?
Public.
Public. See, execute now. So now we can see. So customer details, bank name is what, madam? Null. Account holder name, null. ATM pin, we are getting. The bank information, null. Why null? So are we setting anywhere bank name here? In the bank class, are we giving any name? We are assigning anywhere name, madam, here? Name assign chesama?
No, sir.
No.
No, so that's why it is giving null. So what you can do is, directly I can assign here only. So bank name, example, this customer equals to SBI. Right? So now bank name is nothing but which one, madam? Protected variable. So protected variables we can access in the same class also, or it's a child class also. So that's why directly I'm accessing here bank name equal to SBI. Understand, madam? Ardhamainda? So account holder name I can assign here. This is a constructor, right? I'll give a account holder name equals to example Charan. So right? Okay. Now let's do the same code. So now we can see everything. Bank name, everything you can see. Not this one. So bank name SBI, Charan, PIN number. So bank information we are able to access method also, variables also. Understand, madam? How we can access private protected variable methods? Clear? Any questions? Anyone have any questions, madam? Clear. So protected means what? We can access that variables methods in same class or where? Or it's a child class. So how we can make it child class? Then just we have to use the extends equal to parent class name. If you use the extends keyword equals to parent class name, then automatically these properties belongs to all this child class. Okay. So this is called a protected keyword, madam. Okay. So now,
Sir,
yeah, certainly.
execution starts from parent class or child class?
So now we are directly executing in the child class right here.
Yeah,
We are
but
getting, Mhm.
Execution starts from a parent class or child class.
Correct. So here we are not calling directly parent class, sir. So directly it will execute. We are creating object for the child class. We are able to access in this child class. Just we are calling the methods, properties and methods in the child class. We are
Yeah.
not creating any object for the parent class now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So now the last one is global class, global keyword. So normally what is the purpose of global keyword is generally we can use mainly for web services, sir. Web services center, if you want to send data, your data to other system or your other system wants to access your data, then we can use a which keyword? Global keyword. Okay. Mainly in the Salesforce where we can use. Okay. So mainly in the Salesforce we can use for web services one option. Okay. And second one is maybe when you are creating batch classes, normally in Salesforce something called we have a batch classes. I'll tell you later. That is different topic. And scheduled classes. So that time also always we can use a global keyword. Okay. And sometimes we'll use packages. There is something called managed packages we can create. Anyone knows what is the package, sir? Anyone knows what is package? Tell sir. Don't know. Okay. So for
It's
example, in
kind of
sometimes,
functionality.
madam, tell me, madam.
It's kind of functionality which we can get it from Salesforce Marketplace.
Correct.
So, yeah.
So yeah. Actually, in initial days we discussed. Remember, there is something called Apex Exchange. Apex Exchange. Anyone knows what is Apex Exchange in Salesforce?
Play Store, sir.
Mm.
Salesforce Play Store.
Salesforce Play Store, right? So it is like
Mm.
there are so many applications developed by some developers, companies, and they're uploading that applications in here. Okay. So what we have to do, if you want to use that functionality, what you can do, just click on that anything, any application, whatever you want. You can do it installation into your organization, right? That is like that is also one type of package. Otherwise, sometimes I think who joined Salesforce CPQ, I don't know. So we have something called we have installed Salesforce CPQ package. You remember there is
Yes,
something
sir.
called
Yes,
Steelbrick
sir.
website.
Stream.
So these are all nothing but a packages. What is packages is it is nothing but a contains all the components in this package. Maybe you can create classes, triggers, flows, whatever you want. You can create based on your requirement. Okay. So as part of the Salesforce CPQ, they create so many functionalities related to the quote object, right? All those things they developed. So that package we install, right? So once we install that package, we cannot modify that package actually because it is nothing but a managed package. Okay. So managed package అంటే ఏంటంటే just we can use that package. We can install that package. We can use it. In case if you want to modify their components, in case if you want to modify their class, their lightning component, their flow, you cannot modify all those things. That is called managed package. We have something called unmanaged package. What is unmanaged package means is, so that is like that is also package. That is also contains same classes, all those things. But what's the main benefit you can do is an unmanaged package. You can install that package and you can do the changes. Where, for example, once you install that package, unmanaged package, in the Apex class, you want to add your own functionality along with their functionality. You can modify that functionality. So that is the difference between managed package and unmanaged package. I'll share one video. Okay. So go watch it so that you understand clearly what is managed package and managed package. Good. So generally we can use global keyword that time also. Whenever you're creating managed package, right? So that time also we can use the display board. So normally how this syntax will be. Example, global class. You can see sample web services, right? So this is like some integration class. Okay. Maybe you want to call the service, even they want to call your service, whatever it may be, right? So if you create a method called global string account name. So you are using global keyword. So that's the reason what happened is they can access this variable in other system also. Once you expose this web service to the other system, right? In case if you use normal variables, these variables also not available outside the organization. Okay, like this. So we'll discuss this in detail later once we discuss about some basics of integration. But this is a syntax we can use. Okay. So this is all like a 4 access modifiers in a Salesforce. Okay. So in most of the cases, our Salesforce, okay, almost 90% we can use the class level, we can use a public keyword or global keyword in Salesforce. Okay. Why? Because public and global. So we have to access these classes from other places, right? You want to access this class in the classes, triggers, lightning component. So you want to use that Apex classes logic in other places. So that's why most of the times class, which keyword we can use? Class level, public, most of the cases. The rare cases for integrations, we can use a global keyword. Okay. But inside a class, you can use a methods, variables and methods, you can use it based on the requirement. Understand, sir? అర్థమైందా?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is all about access modifiers, sir. Okay. So now we'll discuss about the data types. Okay, sir. So in Salesforce, so mainly we can categorize 3 data types. First one is primitive data types. Okay. Second one is collections. Okay. Third one is S objects. So we have other also, but we cannot use the enum, all those things in Java that we cannot use. Okay. So we can mainly use this primitive data types. Okay. Collections and S object. So first we'll discuss about primitive data type. What is primitive data type? Okay. So in the primitive data type is nothing but if you want to store single value in variable, then we can use a primitive data type. So, see, for example, if you see here, this bank name variable. So how many bank names I can give, sir, here? Can I send like a bank name equals to, for example, I'm calling that variable here bank name SBI, comma, HDFC, comma, Axis. Can I send like this for one variable?
No.
No. What we are doing now? We are assigning only one value for your variable. So in the primitive data types, what we can do? We can assign how many values for your variables, sir? How many values you can assign?
Multiple variables.
Only one.
Only one, madam.
Oh.
So primitive data types, what you can do? You can assign only one value for your variable. Simple. Understand? And what is data type? You know, based on data you want to store, we can use its related data type. Right? So for example, we'll go one by one now. Okay. Line number 13 customer. Line number 13 customer. What is happening, sir? Ain't error. Can someone read this error message?
colon
Semicolon.
Semicolon.
మనకి ఎర్రర్ మెసేజ్ చూస్తే అర్థమైపోతుంది. ఎక్స్పెక్టింగ్ కోలన్, బట్ వాట్ ఈస్ their value? Comma, something like that we have. So sometimes by seeing error message, we can easily understand what is the error message. Okay. So first we'll go like one by one. Okay, sir. First I want to store example. I'll create one separate class for this. Primitive data types. Okay, I don't want any variables, just I want to create a method. Method syntax, public, void, method. Public, void, example, print data. Just what print data. Okay. Okay. For example, I want to store like a text or characters. So which data type we can use normally?
String.
String. Why
String.
will string manner? To store text or characters. Example, we can take a student object only. For example, I want to store student name, sir. Tell me how we can declare variable now. I want to store student name with the data type.
Public.
Public not required because inside this
sorry.
method, right?
Yes.
This is
String.
class level only. We can use pub keywords and all. Inside
Okay.
method, we cannot use keywords like a public
Okay.
string. All those things we cannot use. Okay.
String.
String.
String
Student.
name
Name.
equals to something you can assign whatever you
Some
want.
name.
Tab. Okay. For example, I want to store some integer. Which data type we can use?
Integer.
Why will use integer data type? To store numbers. Okay. To store number, we can use a. Any example for student object?
Integer.
Answer?
Roll number.
Student ID.
Number, sir. Student number.
Student ID we can use.
Student ID we can use, but sometimes what will happen? Student ID will be like a both madam characters and numbers. Correct? Alphanumeric.
Student number, sir.
It's the best one. Yeah. Best one is we can go for marks also. Yeah, you can go for student number also. Attendance number something. Okay. Example, I'll take an integer.
Student.
What's a student number or marks? Whatever you want, it is a requirement. Okay. Student number. So tell me, how can I send data? I can send any number. Example,
Number.
211.
Just number.
Right? For example, I want to store decimals.
Float.
Which data type we can use?
Float.
I want to use numbers with a decimal point. Example, 10.22, something like that I want to use. Which data type we can use?
Decimal.
Float.
Float. Float.
So we don't have any floats in here. Normally in Salesforce we have something called decimal only.
Decimal.
Okay. So decimal, why will use number with the decimal values? Okay, number with decimals. Example, sir.
Decimal. Percentage, sir.
Percentage, right? Example, decimal
Yes.
student
percent.
percentage equals to, you can give anything, example, 50.35 something, right? In case if you want to store larger decimal values, 64-bit decimal values, larger decimal, example, like a 103.6, something like that you want to use. More decimal, larger decimal values. Yes. So we can go for double. Okay. Why will it double? To store. Okay. Normal, larger decimal values. To store larger decimal value. Normally what we can call is 64-bit decimal values. Okay. So tell me any example for this one?
All ticket number, sir.
You can go with all ticket number. But all ticket number will not have decimal, no?
Yes, sir.
Right? Yeah.
Tuition fees.
Bank balance example. Okay, madam. Even student will not have that much bank balance also, no?
Tuition
Okay.
fees, sir.
Fees, sir.
Example, student fees. Okay. So you can give larger number 2, 5, 3, 6, something, whatever you want, you can give. Then 9, 9. Larger decimal values. Something. Okay. Okay, like this. Okay. Now, in case if I want to store larger number, okay, small decimal number, decimal, larger decimal number, double. Small number, you can go for integer. In case if I want to long numbers, 10-digit number.
Long integer.
Correct. We don't want a long integer, something called long only. What we can use? Long keyword only. So long data type. Why will it long? Same thing. To store larger integer number, example. Example, you can say to store larger number. Same like this is also 64-bit number integer you want to use. Whole number, so you can go for long. Example, madam.
Hall
Long
ticket
stored in
number.
phone numbers.
Sorry?
Phone numbers.
Phone number. Right?
Hall ticket number.
Hall ticket number also. Long student hall ticket number. Example 5689653214. But what is the main thing is for long data type, we have to ending with the L, I think. We have to end with the L. Okay, sir. That is important. Okay. So now, example, I want to know like a student is a fee paid or not. Which data type we can use?
Boolean.
Correct. So if you want to store true or false, something is happening. If you want to store true or false, what we can use a Boolean data type. Right? Example.
Boolean. Fee paid up.
Attendance.
Exactly. Attendance also you can use. Attended or not attended. Right? Student attended. Attendance. Example, true. Right? Okay. For example, I want to store date.
Date only.
Answer? We have something called data type. Which one? Date only. To store what's a date? Which data we can use? Date only. Example. Any example?
Date of birth or date of joining.
Correct. Date, right? Student, date of joining, example. Okay. So how we can access it? For date, we have separate one more class called date class is there in Salesforce. Okay. For string also, we have called string class again. For again string, we have a separate methods in example, string dot uppercase, something like that we have methods. Okay. That we can discuss later. So now example, if you want to get date, right? So what I can do, I want to get today date, right? Example, I can use that date dt equals to date dot today. So what is the meaning of date dot today class? This one, any guess? What is the meaning of date dot today?
Standard.
It will take today's.
Correct. In that automatically it will take a today date actually. So date is nothing but one class. Okay, again, date is nothing but one class. Again, string also nothing but one class. All those things we have again classes also there. In that class again we have a method called today method. Okay. Example, something called what we have date dot. If you open date class in Apex, if you open this one, right, you can see there are so many methods again is in the date class. In case if you want to give your own date, we have to create a date dot new instance. See, these are all method examples. If I click at date dot add days, date dot new instance means you can give whatever the date you want to give it. If example, my date dot add days means what will happen? So they are giving February 17th, right? Add days means what it will do? Any guess? For this current date, they're adding add days. 2. What is the meaning of this one?
Adding 2
2
days
days
in
యాడ్
that
అవుతాయి.
Correct, sir. So currently this is February 17th, right? So they're adding 2 means what will happen? Automatically new date what will come? February 19th. Right, madam? You can use you date that new instance means you can give your own date. You can see all the methods. Add month 13, 3. What will happen? My date dot add month 3 means example 11 is there. 3 months they will add what will happen?
మంత్కి 3 మంత్స్ యాడ్ అవుతాయి 14.
What will happen?
Feb.
Currently there is November, right? November 1990. 3 months add the same అవుతుంది.
Feb 21.
February.
1991. Feb.
February 1991 అవుతుంది. Yes or no? So like this, there are so many methods. We can discuss these methods in the tomorrow in detail, but just time being, we can go with just basic data type. So now data today means what it will come here? Today data only it will take automatically. Understand, sir? అర్థమైందా? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes, sir.
Example here also you can see date that today somewhere you can available. Okay. So date that today means it will take a current date automatically. Okay. So similarly, we have something called date time. Any guess what is the meaning of what is the difference between these two?
You will get the
Date
date in
time will
particular
It's
time.
showing date and time.
Correct. And so here we'll get only date only, but here what will happen? We'll get a date with
Date.
time. Date with the data type time you want to store. Which data type you have to use? Date time data type. Example. Date of joining already we have taken. Huh? Okay.
Date of birth.
You can take that one as the example. So which data type you have to use? Both date time, student, date of birth equals to same. We have something called date time class is there. If you want to give your own date, you can give. Otherwise, if you want to use today date, current time, date and time, you can use a now method. What this now method will do? It current whatever the like a date plus time is there, automatically it will take. Understand, sir? Same, we have a date time class also there. That is also we'll discuss tomorrow. Like this date time class also have their own methods. Understand?
Sir.
So we have other thing called time. Any guess? What is the use of time? Data type. By seeing this name only, you can understand easily. What it will
Just
store? Only
time.
time. That's it. Okay. So same example. Any example, sir? Student
Exam time.
exam time. Student login time. Whatever you want, you can take. Correct? A student login time for the school. What time they log in? Example, I can give same. Time dot. Example, you can use a new instance. Time dot. I'll take it now only. Otherwise, I'll take if you whatever the date you want to take, you can take time dot new instance. Here you can give your own time. Okay. Example, I'll give a 09. This is like this. Okay. Time class. So we have to give like this. So new instance. So first hour, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. So all are with parameters. All are which data type? All are this thing integer only. So we have to give like this. Okay. So time dot new instance. Whatever the time you want to give, you can do. Example. I will give a first hour. I'll give 9 o'clock, 9:30. I'll give 0 seconds, and this is also milliseconds. I'll give a 0. So what is that now? What is the meaning of this one? It is nothing but a 9:30. What is the login time, sir? 9:30. Understand?
Yes.
Okay. So we have one more thing called ID. Any guess, sir? By seeing this one, what you understand? What is the meaning of ID? Data type. What it will store? Any guess?
Record ID.
ID card
So
numbers.
Correct. It will store the record ID. In Salesforce, any object record ID if you want to store, which data type we can use? ID data type. Example, I want to store student record ID. Okay, ID. Okay, student record ID example. So any ID example. So how we can take ID? It is 18 character ID, right? You can take any object. You can take account also fine, no problem. If you open any account. So where we can get ID now? In this case, account as ID monkey.
URL service.
So this is like a 18-digit ID, Salesforce record ID. So if you want to store these IDs, which data type we can use? Which data type we can use?
ID.
ID. That's it. So we have something called blob. Generally, that is to store the attachments and all that we will discuss later. So now this is all one thing. Okay. So what we can do, just we can print all these things now to test all are printing properly or not. Okay. So first I'll store the printing your student name, then integer student number, student percentage, student, please, student hall ticket number. To store long numbers, we can use the long data type. To store true or false, we can use the Boolean data type. In case if you want to store only date, which data type we have to use? To store only date, we can use the date data type. I want to store both the date with the time. What you can do, madam? Date and time data type. If you want to store only time, we can use the time data type. If you want to store any Salesforce record IDs, what we can do? We can use the ID data type. Okay, sir. So Control A, Shift plus Tab. Control A, Shift plus Tab for formatting. Click Save. So tell me, Shravanti madam, how we can test this one? I want to execute this code. I want to execute this method in anonymous window. How we can test this method? Shravanti madam, can you hear me? Shravanti madam, వినిపిస్తుందా? Hemlata, how we can test this code now? I want to execute this method in anonymous window.
Class name object name equal to new class name, sir. అంటే
Tell me navigation.
debug లోకి వెళ్ళాలి.
చెప్పు navigation. Tell me. So go to debug.
Go to debug. Open execute anonymous window. ఇక్కడ class name.
Class name.
Object name equal to new class name, sir.
How we can call this method now?
method ki called object name dot method name, sir.
Object name dot
Method name.
method name. See, for testing, we are using anonymous window here. If you open W3 schools, what happening is there? So in the Java, what happened is they will directly use the main method to test any code actually. This is the main method they will use for the testing. See, in the main method, what they are doing now? Example, this is the class. What is the class name here? Class name
Main.
here. What is this? What is this one? Anyone tell me? What is this one? Public main.
Constructor.
How you know this is constructor?
There is no return type and same like class name.
Correct. There is no return type and this name method name also same like a class name. Why will you use constructors?
Values.
To set the values for the class
objects.
variables or to initialize the objects. Okay. We can use a constructor. To test this functionality, what they are doing? Actually, to test this class, what they are doing? To test the functionality is working or not. So in the Java, they will create a main method normally. What they can do, sir, to test the functionality? They will use something called main method. How we are using anonymous window here? మనం ఎలా anonymous window ఇచ్చేస్తున్నామో టెస్ట్ చేయడానికి మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం in anonymous window what we are doing here creating object calling the method yes or no
Yes.
So in the main method also what they will do same thing creating object calling the variables and methods yes or no so create an object class right and then what happen if you create object automatically what happen construct also will call yes or no if you create object for the class automatically constructor will call or not call
Will be called automatically.
Yeah, once you create an object of class main this will call the constructor in the call just because whenever you create a class instance automatically first constructor will execute it automatically so everyone completed this one sir complete chesara idi
Yes, sir.
so you can see this is with parameter previous one is without parameter so you need to understand you have to practice this one so మీకు ఈజీగా అర్థం అవడానికి help అవుతుంది so this is again with parameters so try this one also okay practice this one I'm not sure I think only 1 or 2% only completed this okay so both are same sir ikkadaki this code and our code is same but just small differences between the data types they are calling int we are calling integer ante teda okay so yeah so now we can execute this code so now we can see name and integer decimal double this one is which one
Boolean, sir. అది హాల్ టికెట్ నంబర్ అంటే ఇది
long
లాంగ్
this is boolean this is date this is the date with the time you can see time also coming here current date and time this is time only this is Salesforce record ID understand sir so these are all some what we can call which data types we can call all these things
Primitive data.
Primitive data types.
why we are calling it is the primitive data type
It will store only
To
one
store
single
only
value.
one value.
it will store only single value I cannot create multiple IDs for this one variable now okay if we give like this it will throw error message again okay for example we'll try to give a student name comma what I can give example Sam raw example save it will throw error message unexpected token it will not accept first of all like this okay that's it okay so these are all like the primitive data types okay again string also nothing but one type of class okay string also nothing but in the background there is something it is nothing but one predefined class in the Salesforce for example we'll discuss string class in Apex So we'll see what are the methods available here. So you have to practice this one also. I'll share these links. In class. Okay. So these are all some methods in the string class. These are all you can see methods. So abbreviative method returns a abbreviated version of the string. Okay. Capitalize method returns the current string with the first letter changed to the title case. For example, if you open this method, so you can see how it will work now. I'll open announce window. So what this is a string, normal string. Yes or no? Okay. String yes. This is a string. So in case if you want to capitalize first letter of this string automatically, so then which method we can use? Capitalize method. So which string you want to capitalize? This string, right? So this is a variable name. Example, student name, sir. Okay. Example, I'll take a student name equals to Ramesh. So I want to convert automatically this first letter of this string to the capital letter. Then which method we have to use? String dot. What is the string here? The string dot. Which method we have to use? Capitalize method. So what will happen automatically? What it will do? To test this functionality, I'll do one thing. System dot debug. I'll print a new. This is the latest name, right? So what will happen now? Tell me that capitalize method, what it will do? It will convert that first letter into the, which one?
Caps.
Caps lock, right? In case sometimes we get requirement, automatically some students are coming. So convert that automatically that first letter into the cap letter. In case they are entering small letter also convert like this. Not only first letter, if you want to convert complete name into the uppercase. Sir? In case if you want to convert complete name into the uppercase, what you can do?
Uppercase method.
There is something called uppercase method. I think this method name is to uppercase. I'll see. Just you need to know the method name. So now what will happen? This is student name 2. Example instead of Ramesh, I'll take Mahesh. Student name 2 dot. ఈ name చేయాలి అప్పర్ కేస్ కన్వర్ట్ చేయాలి. Example I will take a S3 upper case. What will happen now? So student name is Mahesh. I want to convert this variable, this class, right? This is also string. Dot uppercase. The complete name will change to the which one, sir?
Uppercase.
Uppercase. Can you see now? Mahesh completely showing uppercase. So similarly, if you want to convert complete this string into the lowercase, what you can do?
Lowercase.
There is a method called to lowercase. Okay, like this we can use, madam. So many methods we have based on the requirement. So example, this method is center size. So string s to s dot center 9. Okay, what they are doing is, whatever the text is there, that text it is displaying like a between like 9 characters. Example 1, 2, now 5 characters, 7, 8, 9. Like this, they're adding some spaces surrounding. Okay. So, and some other important methods, what are the important methods is something called contains. Any guess what is the meaning of contains? This is also very important. Example, now we can see there are 2 strings here. So now how many strings we have here? 2 strings. Difference ఏంటి దీనికి difference ఏంటి? String 1, string 2 కి difference ఏంటి?
ఒక లెటర్ మిస్ అయింది స్ట్రింగ్ 1 కన్నా స్ట్రింగ్ 2.
So this is ABCDE. This one ఏంటి? ABCD. Yes or no? So now my string 1 dot ఈ స్ట్రింగ్ లోన ఈ స్ట్రింగ్ ఉందా లేదా? This string contains this string or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
My string 1 లో my string 2 ఉందా లేదా? Yes, right? So then what? Then if you want to know that thing, so what it will, if it contains, it will return true. Otherwise, what will happen? It will return false. Okay, don't use system.assert now, that we can discuss later. Now just we'll focus on system.debug to check the result. So any guess what is the result now? True or false?
True.
True. ఎందుకు మేడం? My string 1 dot contains my string 2. My string 1 లో my string 2 ఉందా? Contains ఉంటే true. లేదంటే false.
ABCD
Sorry sir.
ABCDE
బట్ ఏబిసిడిలో ఏబిసిడి ఉంది కదా సార్?
yes.
ఏబిసిడిఈలో ఏబిసిడి ఉంది కదా? సో it will be true only. See, true, right? In case if you remove AB also, now ABCD లో CD ఉందా లేదా?
Yes, sir.
So what will happen now? True or false?
True.
True, sir.
True.
So just it contains or not అంతే. నువ్వు చెప్పే ఇంటర్సెస్ టెక్స్ట్ ఉందా లేదా అనేది ఇంపార్టెంట్. Understand?
Yes, sir.
So that is contains. If you want to check true anything, example, one more thing you can take. Salesforce.com లో force.com ఉందా సార్? Example, if you take a Salesforce.com, right? I want to check force.com ఉందా లేదా అందులో. Is there or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. True. Yes, true. So like this, we have something. If you want to check like this contains, we can use further. You want to check which method we have to use to check some string is exists another string or not? Contains.
Contents.
So that is also an important method. Okay. So something called some other important methods we'll see now. Equals. Any guess? By seeing this method, you guys understand. Answer equals method. Why will use equal method?
Exact.
Both are same or not?
Both
My
are
string
equal.
1, my string 1 equal to my string 2. Same or not? Right? So now we can use the equals method. So now tell me what's the result you will get. My string 1 dot is ABCDE. My string 2 ABCD only. So both are same. My string
No.
1 dot equals my string 2.
False, sir.
False. So we are using system.assert equal to. I'll tell you so what is system.assert equal to. Okay. So for example, because if you are doing this one, if you see this symbol, you will confuse. So I'll explain what is the system.assert now, so that you will understand clearly. Okay. So this is also like a system class. So generally, system class have a method called first method is debug method, sir. What debug method will do? Debug method ఏం చేస్తుంది సార్ నార్మల్ గా? It will print it. అంతే కదా సార్? It will print the result. Yes or no? System.debug. Why will you system.debug?
It will display the results.
Yes, whatever you want, you can display it. Yes or no, right? That is system.debug method. So we have something called system.assert. System.assert. Okay. So what this assert method will do is, it is like a condition. Okay. For example, I'll take some numbers, sir. I'll take integer example. Integer age is 25. Okay. So now system.assert. What I can do? Example, age is more than 20. True or false?
True, sir.
What this one, sir? The system.assert is nothing but what it will do is it is a condition, sir. Here you can add some condition. So if this condition is true, the condition true and the meaning in the your code is working fine. Now in this case, true or not?
True.
This condition is true or not?
Yes, sir. True, sir.
True,
True కాబట్టి ఏమవుతుందంటే our code will execute. There is no issues అని చెప్పి. Okay. So there is no issues. It will not do anything. It will check. Okay, నువ్వు ఏమైతే ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేసావో it is coming like this. For example, now 30. What happened now? Age is more than 30 now?
False.
False.
False. So in this case, what will happen? It will give error message.
True 7.
What is the error message it will give? Assertion failed. నువ్వు ఏమైతే అనుకుంటున్నావో అది రాంగ్. అండర్స్టాండ్? అర్థమైందా?
Yes, sir.
So system that assert method, what it will do is, it is like a condition, sir, Boolean condition. If this condition is true, your code is fine. If this condition is false, whatever you are expecting, that is not coming. Fail అయిందని అర్థం, సింపుల్ చెప్పాలంటే. అండర్స్టాండ్? అర్థమైందా?
Yes.
Okay. So there is something called system dot assert equals to. System dot which one? Assert equals to. So what it will do is, so here we have to give the like two parameters. One is expected one and actual one. Okay. For example, now we can see everything here. Yeah, this one if we take system dot assert, you can take this one example. So string one answer ABCD. String two ఏంటి ABCD. Okay. So my string one dot equals to my string. Both are same or not now?
No.
No. What is the result you will get?
False.
False. So this is the first one is, so this is expected, sir. Sorry, this is actual result. Okay. మనకి ఏమైతే రిజల్ట్ వచ్చిందో అది యాక్చువల్ రిజల్ట్. సో నా వేర్ ఇస్ ది యాక్చువల్ రిజల్ట్ నౌ? Here only, right? So in the actual result, this is what we can call another parameter expected. Okay. So now tell me, actual result is what, sir, now? Actual result ఎక్కడ ఉంది ఇక్కడ మనకి ఇప్పుడు రిజల్ట్? This one. సో ఏం ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు? ఫాల్స్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు రిజల్ట్ లో. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? రిజల్ట్ లో ఫాల్స్ వస్తుందని ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
సో సింటాక్స్ లో వేరే చెప్పారు కదండి సార్.
అర్థం కాలే మేడం.
సింటాక్స్ లోన రివర్స్ చేశారు సార్.
ఇక్కడనా?
ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్ సార్.
సో హియర్ ఫస్ట్ పారామీటర్ ఏంటి సార్? యాక్చువల్ రిజల్ట్. మీకు యాక్చువల్ రిజల్ట్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది? ఇది. ఇక్కడ మీరు ఏం ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారో అది ఇవ్వాలి. అండర్స్టాండ్? మీకు సింపుల్ గా చెప్పాలంటే ఓకే, ఐల్ టేక్ ఎన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. ఇంటీజర్ number 1 equals to 25. Okay. Integer number 2 equals to 10. Okay, madam. So now integer number 3, or I will make it a result. Okay, equals to n1 plus n2. Okay. So now I want to check with the system.assert equals to now. System.assert equals. So first parameter ఏమి ఉంది ఇక్కడ?
Actual result.
యాక్చువల్ రిజల్ట్.
యాక్చువల్ రిజల్ట్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది మనకి ఇక్కడ? దేంట్లో ఉంది యాక్చువల్ రిజల్ట్? రిజల్ట్ లో ఉంది. సెకండ్ పారామీటర్ ఏంటి? ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్. మనం ఎంత ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం ఇప్పుడు? n1 plus n2 అంటే ఎంత వస్తుంది అనుకుంటున్నారు? 35. Correct? So if this is validated, if both are same, our code is working fine అని అర్థం దాని మీనింగ్. Right? Yes or no? For example, our everything is working now, so it is matching. That's why code is executed. Maybe I will give something called wrong number here. I am expecting 45. What will happen now?
Error.
It will not execute.
ఏమైనా ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది సార్? system.assertion ఫైల్ ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్ ఎంత వచ్చింది మనకి మామూలుగా రిజల్ట్ లో?
35.
యాక్చువల్ గా మనం ఏమి ఇచ్చాము?
45.
సో అందుకని కోడ్ స్టాప్ అయిపోయింది. కోడ్ విల్ నాట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్. అర్థమైందా? వాట్ ఇస్ యూజ్ ఆఫ్ assert equals to? So for example, same case, I want to use system.assert now. System.assert అంటే ఏంటి సార్? Just this is a condition, Boolean condition. So example, result is equals to 35. Is it correct or not? True or false?
True.
Result equal 35. True or false this condition?
True, sir.
True means your code is perfect. Okay, whatever you are expecting, that is working. సో నేను ఏం చేసిన ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 35 కాకుండా ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 45 ఇస్తాను ఇక్కడ. ఇది దిస్ కండిషన్ ట్రూ ఆర్ ఫాల్స్ నా?
False.
ఫాల్స్. సో ఆ సెక్షన్ ఫెయిల్ అయింది, నువ్వేమో ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నావు అది రాలేదని చెప్తుంది. సో దిస్ ఈస్ కండిషన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ, దిస్ ఈస్ సంథింగ్ లైక్ కండిషన్, బట్ దిస్ ఈస్ లైక్ వాట్స్ 2 పారామీటర్స్. ఓకే, యాక్చువల్ వన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నావు. అండర్స్టాండ్ మేడం? అర్థమైందా? నౌ టెల్ మీ ఇన్ దిస్ కేస్, ఈ కేసులోనా ది సిస్టమ్ డాట్ అసెట్ యాక్చువల్స్ రిజల్ట్ ఏం యాక్చువల్ రిజల్ట్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది సార్? అయితే దిస్ ఈజ్ యాక్చువల్ వాల్యూ. ఏం ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం ఇక్కడ యాక్చువల్ వాల్యూలో?
False.
ఫాల్స్. నో, కరెక్ట్ ఆర్ నాట్? దిస్ ఈస్ కరెక్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఆర్ ఫాల్స్ స్టేట్మెంట్?
Correct statement, sir.
Why it is correct statement? My string 1 dot equals to my string 2, both are not same. Both are not same కాబట్టి రిజల్ట్ ఏమొస్తుంది? ఫాల్సే వస్తుంది. యాక్చువల్ గా ఫాల్స్ వస్తుంది, నువ్వు ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేసిన ఫాల్సే కదా. ఎస్ సార్ నో?
Yes,
ఇక్కడ
sir.
రిజల్ట్ ఫాల్స్ వస్తుంది, యువర్ ఆల్సో ఎక్స్పెక్టింగ్ ఫాల్స్. సో బోత్ ఆర్ సేమ్, నీకు ఏమనుకుంటే అదే ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. సో యువర్ కోడ్ ఈస్ వర్కింగ్ ఫైన్. అండర్స్టాండ్? ఇన్ కేస్ ఇఫ్ యువర్ ఎక్స్పెక్టింగ్ ట్రూ హియర్, దట్ మీన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ రాంగ్ యాక్చువల్లీ. కరెక్ట్, యువర్ ఎక్స్పెక్టింగ్ రాంగ్ థింగ్ యాక్చువల్లీ. అక్కడేమో నీకు యాక్చువల్ గా వచ్చింది ఫాల్స్, నువ్వేమో ట్రూ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నావు. సో యువర్ కోడ్ ఈస్ రాంగ్ యాక్చువల్లీ. అర్థమవుతుందా వాట్ ఇస్ అసెట్ ఈక్వల్స్ అనేవి? So asset, one more thing called asset not equal to, that is completely opposite to this one. Okay, mainly we can use asset equal to only. There is one more thing called asset not equal to. This is completely opposite to this asset equal to. Okay, that one example. We'll take any other example now. We'll take this one method. One more method called so what is the first string, madam, here? Same in the first string lo.
ABCD.
Second
Small
string?
Capital ABCD.
Capital ABCD. Lowercase, uppercase.
So what is the method they are using here?
Equals ignore case.
What is the meaning of equals ignore case?
Not equal to
Case sensitivity ignoration.
Actually, equals ignore case means what? It will remove case sensitivity. Okay. So if you give anything, either small letters both them, it will be work like that. Okay. So actually they are giving ABCD here, my string. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Equals ABCD. This is also ABCD. But what they are mentioning is equals ignore case ante okala upper case unna kuda ignore it. Upper case unna kuda ignore it. But the main thing is both are same or not. That is you have to check. Both are same or not now?
Yes, sir.
So what is the actual value? Result. What is you are expecting?
True.
So true or false? Among result time was ippudu
True, sir.
true. So that is like this. So our code is perfect like this. Understand, madam?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
there is one more method called substring. That is also very important. We'll see now. Okay. So left. Anything, any guess what the meaning of left?
We can give any particular letter we can find before
For
length.
example, example
Display
Salesforce start is there. Example Salesforce start is there. I want the first 5 characters of left side. So what will happen? SALE. Yes. Right? Something like that. S1 dot left 3 అంటే ఏమొస్తుంది ఇక్కడ?
Sales ఇక్కడ
ACIL.
Left 3 అంటే
ABC.
first
ABC.
ABC, right? So that is that. Right? So like similarly right method is there. If is the right 3 అంటే ఏమొస్తుంది? Last 3 characters. Understand, sir? So some
Yes,
methods
sir.
ఇలా ఇంపార్టెంట్స్ ఉంటాయి. Just practice it. Remove. Any guess what the meaning of remove?
Remove characters.
Example string S1 Salesforce and force.com. So S1 ఈ స్ట్రింగ్ లోన ఏం రిమూవ్ చేయాలి?
Force.
Force. After removing force, they are checking. After removing force, what will happen, sir? Salesforce and .com will come. So same thing, right? Okay. Not Salesforce, but here also force is there, right? ఇక్కడ ఫోర్స్ ఉంది కదా, ఇది ఒక ఫోర్స్,
Yes,
ఇది
sir.
ఒక ఫోర్స్. So it will remove both
Both
forces.
forces are removed.
And sales and .com will come. So this is asset equals, right? So this is, they are giving opposite way actually here. This is actual result. This is like a expected one. Okay. You can give any way. I think both ways. Anything is fine. Understand, sir? So some methods ఉన్నాయి sir. Just go through this method. Practice it in developer console. మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది at least. Understand?
Okay.
Substring. Any guess what is the meaning of substring here?
Part of the main string.
Correct. Example, Salesforce.com lightning.platform. So they are using substring after dot. What will happen? Substring after dot అంటే ఏంటి? So first dot
Platform.
దాని తర్వాత ఏమవుతుందో అదంతా మొత్తం I want to capture it. Example, we'll take first, this is a simple substring method. Okay. So this is a string, sir. So hamburger is a string. Dot substring of 4,8 అంటే ఏమొస్తుంది? ఇందులో స్టార్టింగ్ విత్ 4 to 8 characters అవి కావాలి నాకు. 1 2 3 sorry 0, it will start with 0, I think 0 1 2 3, then URGE like this. Understand? అర్థమవుతుందా? ఈ స్ట్రింగ్ లో నా మొత్తం ఇట్ విల్ స్టార్ట్ విత్ 0 సార్. ఫస్ట్ లెటర్ 0 1 2 3, ఫోర్త్ లెటర్ ఏమొస్తుంది అప్పుడు? U. It will be listed like this. Example, you can print system. Okay. మీరు ఇంకా అర్థం చేసుకోవాలంటే ఎగ్జాంపుల్ string string 1 equals to ఏంటి సార్ string 1 ఏంటి మనకి ఇక్కడ? hamburger. Okay. So now you can use string 1 dot substring of 4,8. What it will return, sir? String 1 dot substring of 4,8 అంటే ఏమొస్తుంది చెప్పు మనకి ఇక్కడ? సో ఈ స్ట్రింగ్ లోన 4 to 8 లెటర్స్ కావాలి సార్. ఏమొస్తుంది 4 to 8 అంటే?
URG.
URG. So this method is returning what? Returning this one. ఈ substring method ఏం రిటర్న్ చేస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ?
A particular part.
4 to 8 అంటే ఏమొస్తుంది సార్ మనకు?
You are
వాట్ ఇస్ దిస్? వాట్ యూ కెన్ కాల్ దిస్ URG? ఏమంటారు? నంబరా, ఇంటీజరా, టెక్స్టా, డెసిమల్లా, ఐడినా, ఏంటిది?
string.
Character, string, right? So that's why you can use a string result example. So now you can print a, so like this also you can understand what the return type and మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది at least. Understand? ఇప్పుడు ఏమొస్తుంది రిజల్ట్? ఏమొస్తుంది సార్ మీకు ఇక్కడ? ఎనీ గెస్? రిజల్ట్ ఏం ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది? 4 to 8 లెటర్స్ ఏమైతే ఉన్నాయో అవన్నీ ప్రింట్ అవుతాయి. URG, right? You can see what this. Example, you can see my string 1 dot equal ignore case. What is this method returning, sir? Equal ignore case అనే మెథడ్ ఏం రిటర్న్ చేస్తుంది? రెండు కంపేర్ ఉన్నాయా అని చెప్పి చెక్ చేస్తుంది. ఉంటే రెండు సేమ్ ఉంటే
Executed.
లేకపోతే false. Yes or no? What this method will returning here? True or false? So which data type we have to use to store this result? To store this result, which data type we have to use?
String.
Boolean. True or false, right, madam?
Yes, sir.
String 1 string 2 సేమ్ ఉన్నాయా లేవని చెక్ చేసుకోవాలి. సేమ్ ఉంటే ఏమొస్తుంది రిజల్ట్ మనకు?
No.
If it is same, true వస్తుంది. సో అందుకని వాట్ దే ఆర్ టేకింగ్ హియర్ రిటర్న్ టైప్?
Boolean.
Boolean. సో ఇక్కడ మనకి ఏమొస్తుంది రిటర్న్ టైప్? ఇక్కడ string 1 డాట్ సబ్ స్ట్రింగ్ 4,8. ఈ string 1 లో నుంచి 4 to 8 లెటర్స్ కావాలి. ఈ మెథడ్ సబ్ స్ట్రింగ్ మెథడ్ ఏమొస్తుంది రిజల్ట్ మనకి? 4 to 8 అంటే సమ్ టెక్స్ట్ యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ హియర్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో?
Yes, sir.
అందుకని ఏం చేస్తున్నాం? రిటర్న్ టైప్ ఏం చేస్తున్నాం ఇక్కడ? టు స్టోర్ దట్ రిజల్ట్, టు స్టోర్ దిస్ రిజల్ట్ వాట్ యు ఆర్ టేకింగ్ హియర్ డేటా టైప్?
String.
స్ట్రింగ్ ఓన్లీ. మనకు స్ట్రింగ్ వస్తుంది కాబట్టి స్ట్రింగ్ తీసుకున్నాం. ఇక్కడ బులియన్ వస్తుంది కాబట్టి బులియన్ తీసుకున్నాం. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? అర్థమైందా?
Yes, sir.
So we'll go with other thing example. Now if you take this example, string S1, Salesforce.lightning.platform. Okay. Example, we'll take this one. Tell me, sir, what this method will do? Substring after అనే మెథడ్ ఏం చేస్తుంది సార్ ఇక్కడ? S1 డాట్ సబ్స్ట్రింగ్ ఆఫ్టర్ అంటే S1 స్ట్రింగ్ లో సబ్స్ట్రింగ్ ఆఫ్టర్ ఏ స్ట్రింగ్ తర్వాత డాట్ తర్వాత ఏది ఉంటే అది కావాలి నాకు రిమైనింగ్ థింగ్. సో వాట్ ఇట్ విల్ రిటర్న్ నౌ? ఈ మెథడ్ ఏం రిటర్న్ చేస్తుంది? డాట్ తర్వాత ఏమొస్తుంది మనకు?
Platform.
Lightnings.
Lightning platform. So what? How we can store this one now? Which data type we have to take?
String.
String only, right? So we have to take a string. Result equals to what, madam? What will come in the result now? Result ఏమొస్తుంది మనకు? What is the result you will get now?
Lightning and
Lightning dot platform అనేది వస్తుంది. అర్థమవుతుందా? What is the return type అనేది మీకు?
Yes, sir.
So after doing method, what is the value you are getting? Based on that, you have to use the return type. Store. You have to use the data type. Lightning dot platform. Understand, sir?
Sir, but the string we have two dots, right?
So it will take first string. So
Okay,
one dot first string after. First by default here, then dot is
Okay, sir.
Okay. If you put here dot, ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇక్కడ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అయిపోతుంది ఆటోమేటిక్.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
If we want to take the last one, then what should we do, sir?
లాస్ట్ వన్ తీసుకోవాలంటున్నా మేడం. సో
Yes.
లాస్ట్ వన్ తీసుకోవాలంటే మేబీ నెక్స్ట్ మెథడ్ we have to check. Substring after last you can see. Understand?
Okay,
ఈ
sir.
మెథడ్ తీసుకుంటే మనకు లాస్ట్ నుంచి చెక్ చేసుకుంటారు. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు తీసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి. సో ఎనీ గెస్ వాట్ ఇట్ విల్ ప్రింట్ నౌ?
platform.
After last dot it will take. Okay, example you can take this one. Last dot ఎక్కడ వస్తుంది దాని తర్వాత నుంచి తీసుకుంటారు సార్ ఇది. So we are not using just system dot assert equal to, it's working as expected. So no need to use debug log. You can use both, sir. Debug అని యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, assert statement అని యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు. Normally in Apex classes we cannot use assert. This is mainly we can use test classes. Normally what we can do, we can use a system dot debug to see the result. So ఏమొస్తుంది S2 రిజల్ట్ నౌ? లాస్ట్ డాట్ తర్వాత ఏమని వచ్చే టెక్స్ట్ మనకు కావాలనుకుంటే ప్లాట్ఫామ్ విల్ బి ద అవుట్పుట్. ప్లాట్ఫామ్. అండర్స్టాండ్ సార్? అర్థమవుతుందా?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు డూ దిస్ అసైన్మెంట్ నౌ. స్ట్రింగ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ప్రాక్టీస్. అలాగే డేట్ క్లాస్. సో జస్ట్ మీరు తీసుకొని కాపీ పేస్ట్ ఇన్ అనానమస్ విండో and do modifications and test all these functionalities. Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
సో దట్ మీకు అర్థమైపోతుంది అది క్లాస్ ఏంటి, అందులో మెథడ్ ఏం రిటర్న్ చేస్తుంది, వాట్ ఇస్ ద సర్వీస్. సో ప్రాక్టీస్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్.
Good, sir.
సో ఒకటి స్ట్రింగ్ క్లాస్ అండ్ అదర్ వన్ ఇస్ ద డేట్ క్లాస్, ఇంకోటి డేట్ అండ్ టైం, ప్రాక్టీస్ ఆల్ దీస్ త్రీ సార్. ఓకే, డేట్ అండ్ టైమ్, స్ట్రింగ్, ఆల్ దీస్ మెథడ్స్. రిమైనింగ్ కి అంత అవసరం లేదు, ఈ మూడు ఇంపార్టెంట్. అండర్స్టాండ్ సార్? సో విల్ కనెక్ట్ టుమారో సేమ్ టైమ్ to practice all these data types also in the method. Print all primitive data types and others. Okay, sir. We'll connect tomorrow same time then.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, sir.